What's good, Crushing Brews? What's up, gang? Where we at?
We're at Planet Mars, at Gay Guys Anonymous meeting.
We're not at Gay Guys Anonymous meeting, but we are here to tell you that we're here with another episode
of Gay Guys Anonymous.
And featured on this week's episode of Gay Guys Anonymous, MMR's own Shlomo Bowe and Antonio Agcaoili.
Not gay, he's straight. I'm just kidding, those are my dogs.
Also,
this is Crushing Brews.
This is Crushing Brews. Welcome back, Crushing Brews 2. We had a weekend with the boys, and I'm going to try and make a shitty compilation out of it. And also, probably mostly is going to be our walk home. And we got street beers. Where are they?
Oh, I put them on the ground. Street beers.
They're on the street. All right, so we're halfway through our walk. Can you see his ass? He's somewhere back there. We're halfway through the walk. I got to take a piss break. I haven't been filming anything. Yeah. Just now I'm zooming in on him from this angle so you can see him. Hold up, wait. That's cool. Look at that tree. Look how aesthetic he looks in front of this place. Let's see if he looks. Give us a wave. Nice. Look at this place. What the fuck? Don't you look fancy over here?
Yo, we riffing McSpliffing, dude.
Riffing McSpliffing real quick. Gotta finish the street beers before we get on the fucking train. We're here in front of the Leader Bank. Tasty Burger is down the street.
Tasty Burger is also what I call my nutsack. I'm single.
Ladies.
Guys, just kidding.
We're trying to find my lighter.
We're just kidding. I don't fuck with ladies.
What's his name?
All right, grow up. That's a hack.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Thuggin.
Sorry, I need you to riff for a second while I light this.
Dude, he just fucking put me on the spot. He was like, here's this microphone. I had no idea what we're doing. Now he's lighting a spliff. He's like, you take over. I was like, bitch, this is your thing.
The intros are not my thing. It's our thing. This is our podcast.
A squadcast.
Squadcast. Welcome to the Squadcast. Welcome to the... I'm about to pull my dick out.
Welcome to Touching Buttholes.
We did great tonight. I had a show. It was great. Jimmy came. It was great. We made friends. It was great.
Do you want to riff with us?
Oh, yeah. Why don't we talk to somebody on the fucking... What are we doing? I'll let it go out again.
Dude, what a fucking... It's fucking Pride weekend, dude. He's over here being gay. Let the fucking...
I'm showing my pride.
It's like, yeah, it's like letting the joint go out right here. Gay sex right here.
Gayer than gay?
Yeah.
Who can we talk to? Oh, she's got a dog. I want to talk to her dog. That's a man.
On some Michael shit.
That's a man. That was a man, not a woman.
Excuse me, miss.
You know why I thought that was a woman?
Because she has a poodle?
No, because...
What?
Sir, would you like to riff with us?
He has his headphones in.
Fuck! We got a group of alts coming up to us. Maybe we could ask them. What do we ask them? What do we ask their opinion on?
If parking tickets are gayer than butt sex?
No. Oh, my goodness. How's it going?
You guys want to riff?
Would you guys like to riff with us? Fuck! I didn't like that group. They were intimidating. They were wearing all black.
Yeah, they were short, but they were mean looking.
Should we? This couple seems to be having fun to the left of us. Should we ask them if they want to be on camera?
We should talk to them about parking tickets.
We want to talk to them about parking tickets. Well, we are in Central Square. It's relevant. Oh, we got an Indian guy and an Asian guy.
I think that's illegal for them.
Should we walk over to the gay bar and just see who wants to talk? Just see what they say?
We'll just be like, let's blind rank these gay things. It'll be like gay sex, parking tickets, letting the joint go out.
Dropping your cane. I got his ass.
Yeah, it's like dropping the soap.
It's like dropping the blunt, except for boys that are gay. I'm having fun. We're having fun out here.
Yo, what's up? You're on the podcast. What's going on? I'll hit you up tomorrow. I love you, buddy. Coots is gay. He needed a ride.
All right. We should find someone to talk to before we go. Would you guys like to talk? They're women. I thought they'd yap.
You're being racist and sexist. I don't know. I don't know what podcast you're on, but this podcast is called PC for the Gang.
No, I want to say for the record that he said on this episode that we are the most racist podcast. He said that to Shlomo and Antonio.
That was the last episode.
That's this episode.
Why are we no? Well, that was before we filmed the next episode.
That's true because we do have to pod tonight, so we should actually try and get. I'm gonna get a clip. We're gonna get a clip.
Dude, we should have went to the Pride Parade and asked the question I was talking about. Parking tickets are the gayest thing.
No one likes
it. Yeah, dude.
Would you like to be on our podcast?
Nice. Hey, we're it's Crushing Brews. We're with what's your name?
Char.
We're with Char. Did I get that right?
Char. It's like Charlotte.
Char. Okay. All right. We were wondering, how is your Pride weekend going?
It's amazing. I worked like 9 hours today, and then I came to Man Ray, and then now I'm leaving and going home.
Heck yeah.
That's the club down there. Man Ray is the club that everyone's coming.
They still open?
Yeah, they're open late.
Heck yeah. Yeah. What was the highlight of it?
I don't really.
Can
My
I?
highlight is right now talking to people.
Do you know what blind rankings are?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I?
Or what?
We were gonna blind rank the gayest things ever.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, gay sex.
Wait, am I giving it a 1 out of 10?
No, you're ranking them 1 through 5.
Okay.
So where are you ranking it?
5.
5. Okay. All right. I like it. Number 2, parking tickets.
Like 1 because sometimes when you get one, then you can put it back on your car, so you don't have.
Yeah, parking tickets are super gay. Pride parade.
5.
So now you have 2 through 4.
I really have to go, but it's nice to meet you guys.
Thank you, Shar. Thank you so much.
All right, where are the crackheads at? We need like a crackhead.
Sir, would you like to stop by on our podcast and speak real quick just about your day and how things are going and everything like that? No, unfortunately, I don't. You'd be making more money than we do. I got a cigarette if you want to smoke one real quick. All right, we'll do that. All right. We're here. We're on the Crushing Brews podcast. We're with a special guest today. What's your name, sir?
My name is Bill.
Bill. Nice to. Oh, it's all good, Bill. How's your night going so far? What you up to?
Well, I just came from Macy's in Boston, and I had a problem with one of the managers who had threatened to hit me.
Why is that?
Well, because I came to make an exchange for some shoes, and they had promised me over the phone that they were going to give me my money back. So, long story short, they decided to give me a credit instead of a check. So I came back here to Central Square frustrated.
We found smokes here.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I can give you one for the road too. I think the message there is we should boycott Macy's and their credit system.
Yeah, well, they're a $1 billion company and sells everything over $100. And whatever you buy something on sale, it's either dirty or been used or whatever the case may be. But so I'm gonna go down the street where the where everybody else is and talk around, try to see if I can talk to somebody or have a normal conversation with someone. But
not like
so
us.
I don't know what conversations. What would you be looking for to talk about? What would you want to talk about?
Even that alone, I just got a letter the other day from Harvard Pilgrim that used to be my health insurance.
Okay.
And apparently they had a big data leak. So they're offering either 3 years of credit monitoring service to make sure your information doesn't get leaked, which is Social Security, or $150.
Yeah. Well,
could you guess which one I went for?
What bank?
The credit monitoring service of the $150.
Well, I know that Commerce Insurance Bank. Rubbing the floor and doing the bathtub, things that are hard because I do have a normal cleaner. It states and everywhere. It's unfortunate, not something to laugh about, but in somewhat,
it's important.
See, what I heard was that is if you come over here and you sign for a green card, and that you haven't done anything according to your application, so therefore you're lying on your application. And I don't smoke marijuana, but
I do.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Well, if I may, the answer was $150, but I agree with everything that you're saying for sure. I mean, the $150, not the crediting service for sure. I'm sorry. What time is it? Yeah, we might have to get going.
We'll give you
one last thing.
They decided to build this monument here.
Yep.
And all that has done is gotten people into scooter accidents, motorcycle accidents, people getting hurt, and people arguing all night long. So this is the life that we live in now.
Yeah. Could I get one last thing here? We'll trade quick. If you want to just take a picture real quick.
All right.
And, so we post a video podcast. It's on YouTube and everything. You don't mind your,
What?
So.
Yeah, I don't mind
They
at all.
disrespectful.
Perfect.
Fuck both of them.
So whatever can help the people to see things that.
What's up, Crushing Brewsters? We're out here. Excuse me. Would you guys want to pop onto the pod? We were just asking about the weekend that's been going on. You're all set? Thank you. We appreciate it. No. Okay. Let me grab this for you. I'm grabbing it. We're sitting here. We're still in Central Square. We're about to leave. Jimmy's finishing his bogey. I'm looking for someone to ask one question to while he finishes the bogey, and everyone stop walking by. We have a group coming down. I might be able to get that one person or this group of people. Yeah, I don't want to approach them with a microphone and a cane. I don't know what question I'm going to ask them. I'm just going to ask them a question. Maybe I'll ask them about Flag Day and if they think it's interfering with Pride. All right, I'm going to try. I'm gonna try and be court. Excuse me, can I ask you guys a question about just the Flag Day, Pride, like just a question about your weekend, how it's going or anything?
We're celebrating a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Grace!
Happy birthday, Grace. Brews to you.
It sounds like it wasn't Grace's birthday. Maybe I'll ask this lady. She's got a hobble to her walk. She seems like she's got time to talk. Ooh, I just rapped. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Excuse me, could I ask you a question about how your weekend's going and Pride Parade and just the daily? No? All right, thank you anyways. No one likes me. It's okay, we're going to keep trying. I got a guy right here. He's walking fast. He's going to walk right past me, but I'm going to ask him. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you to stop by for an interview real quick? No? That's okay. This is the better part of the podcast. Fuck the interviews. I have no questions. This is the best part. Excuse me, could I ask you guys for an interview real quick? Would you mind? Yeah. No, it's all set. That's okay. That would make you Jimmy Hoffa and me. The mob?
Theater district, I run that shit.
I want to be the mob. I'm on Tommy's side then.
Hamilton's coming to Boston. Not if I have anything to say about it. We're all going to walk, but they gave up their right to strike for like 13 cents or something. This is years before I
want
started.
to be an anime girl.
Hey, you can be anything you want to be.
Oh, we started. Perfect. Okay. All right.
We
We've
recorded.
started.
All right.
I'm going to do one of these. That works.
All right. What's up, everybody? This is our podcast called Squadcast.
This is our Squadcast called Crushing Brews, as a matter of fact. Squadcast
we're
is a new
calling it-
genre of podcast.
We're calling it Crushing Brews now.
Oh, Touching
When we're-
Tips.
Touching Tips. All
This is
right,
our Squadcast called Touching Tips. Welcome, everybody. It's another episode of Touching Tips. It's your boy, Tommy Chronic, here with...
I thought it was called Crushing Brews.
It's called Crushing Jimmy. Answer the damn... Who are you?
All right. Yeah, what's up? It's your boy, Jimmy D, a.k.a. Squimbology, the Sauce God, a.k.a. Jimbonatron, the Decepticon, a.k.a. the wonderful Weeaboo. Mr. Might just have to steal your boo. What's going on?
I like those. And we have some wonderful guests with us here today. We have the hosts of MMRTalks, very, very significant members of our lives and our podcasts. Introduce yourselves, boys. How's it going? Welcome to the pod.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's Antonio Agcaoili at The Real Agcaoili at Antonio Agcaoili Official. I don't even know anymore. But, yep, host of MMR Talks. Remember one of the 2010s? I was a recurring guest on the morning show, RIP. Would love to bring it back. And for those really, really niche people, I'd say mid-2007, you might have seen me in Hershey Park in the Guess Your Weight game, walking away teary-eyed because the girl's assistant yelled at me because I don't like the way they did it, because you got on there. Well, first you got on there, and she goes, I'm going to guess your weight. Okay. Can I hear the guess? Like, I can't change my weight. In like 2 minutes, she said this, and then I got on. She saw it, and she goes, I guessed it right. But before that, I was still like, I don't want to give you my weight. I don't want to give you my weight. This ironically enough, this big girl over here, single freaking ponytail. What's your weight? What's your weight? I'm sure it's going to be lighter than yours, but yep, I went away teary-eyed.
Damn.
And that's a true story.
Those are some
We haven't even heard this on our show.
This is some great credits right here. MMR Talks, Remember When, the 2010s, and the weight contest at Hershey Park. Guess Your Weight contest. These are real
I
acting
lost.
credits.
Hershey Park is sick, dude.
It
I
is.
will say.
Whoa,
You're a
who's
fan?
that?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's that? You're a fan over there? Who's speaking?
Dude, this is Shlomo Bowe, a.k.a. Shlomito. I need to get some more AKAs. Yeah, man. I'm the co-host of MMR Talks, and
Beloved director.
yes, sir, director of ops over at Mass Music Radio,
Yep.
and I'm happy to be here, boys. This is my
More like director of Cox.
jeez,
Hi-yo.
boy.
Just
I
hitting
didn't know it was
him
on
with the zings.
touching tips. I might reconsider
Yeah,
the,
we're right on the zings already.
the offer there.
I was gonna say if y'all
No,
have
let him continue.
No, you're good.
No, I
you're good.
interrupted, but I wanted him. I wanted to.
I'm
let
in
him
too
finish.
deep now.
Hi-oh.
All
I was
right,
gonna
which
say-
leads me to my first question for you guys. Why on earth would you come on our podcast? And better yet, why would you ever hang out with us?
Yeah, don't you guys have better things to do than this? That's
Me, less so. Well, I had to come on here because I'm here to clear the air. Shlomo was already previously on an episode with the two of you.
That's what I was gonna say. For anyone who's watched previously, you'd know who Shlomo is.
I don't recall getting that much of a name drop, but Tommy made me sound like the most hectoring, naggy Filipino. He's like, oh, when Tony's here, he's always like, yeah. I'm all like, unbelievable. They've been dragging me along for years, and I'm here to clear the air. And how dare you, sir, speak to me about that? No.
Call me out on my own podcast, dude. That's fair. I'm fine with that.
The most I've ever been called out on my podcast is on our podcast is by JQ because I got in a big. We were talking about Lizzo cheating before
yeah.
we got here, and I, as a person of size myself, I take great offense when it's a Judas move when people of size
Yeah.
decide to leave the club, and then JQ goes. Jack Quinn, another friend of ours, he goes, so what, you're hating on them because they're trying to make their lives better? And I go, yes.
Facts.
It's the best way. It's the best way to feel better about yourself.
And also, I've never been a guest on a podcast out of my 5 years plus doing this. I've always been either a co-host or a recurring guest. Never like a
I've
guest of
never
someone
been on
else's.
live TV before, ever.
This is exciting.
So welcome. You're on the most racist podcast on this
Jesus
east, on the
Christ.
east side
No,
of the
we're
Mississippi
not. We're not.
River.
Don't let
I don't
him
know,
say these
man.
things
MMR
about
After
us.
Dark
Antonio,
is
you're in
pretty
good company
crazy.
then.
All right, which brings me to my next question for you fellas. What is your favorite slur? No, I'm kidding.
There actually is an answer.
I think everybody has an answer to that. Whether or not they answer it is a
Shlomo, is
Another
goy
question.
a real slur, or is that very specific?
no. I don't think it's a slur.
It's not
That's
a
what
slur.
I said.
No,
That's what
No,
he
I
said
don't
to
think
me.
so. No, it's
Goyim.
not.
It
I
means
only-
like a non-Jewish person.
That's what I figured. So the reason I asked,
Yeah, I wanted to ask too because I only have like a teeny bit of Jewish heritage, so I was like, I think
Are you
it's
part?
not
You Jewish?
a little bit. I have a little on my mom's side.
Is your mom Jewish?
Like she was raised Catholic, but she has a little Jewish.
Is her mom
heritage.
Jewish?
Slightly Jewish.
what does slightly mean?
So, I'll clarify it all.
Sorry. No, her
American
father-
culturally Jewish.
I
Her
can clarify
father's
it all.
father was a Jewish migrant from
The father's father was the
from
mother.
Lithuania. My mother's father's father.
Lithuania, surprisingly, not in Africa.
No.
So yeah, there's a touch of Judaism in there. It runs through the mother. Fun fact. So like,
Okay.
if I have a child who's with a woman who's not Jewish, like technically, unless she does like a kosher conversion kind of thing, the kid wouldn't be Jewish.
See-
But like my sister, she could have a kid with anybody, or not just anybody, but like a non-Jewish person, and the kid is still like considered Jewish.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like through the mother's lineage.
Because this is why Trump won, because men just losing rights.
Yeah, I know.
Prominent example right there. Prominent example.
That's what it almost got me into a conversation about the proclivities and how many times like I've had to have the conversation. Like if I have a kid with Shorty, if they come out looking like Squid Nice or looking like me or looking like Sammy Sosa in 2025, like are they or are they not considered a person of color? The truth is like I feel like very similar. No matter what, I think the truth is if either of your parents are, your background should be that.
Yeah, it's an
like
interesting
lineage
thing
thing,
because like there's the question of like, is it a religion? Is it a like culture?
Yes.
Is it an ethnicity? You know, I don't think Jewish people even know the answer to that at some points, but
Well, I only said goy too because of that's very much informed by Ari Shafir's stand-up that came out like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And he just kept
Which is called
referring,
Jew.
which is called Jew, and he kept referring to everybody. He's like, goy is my favorite word because that just means all of you guys. And like, I just from the way he put it, I'm like, is it derogatory or is it just a statement? So as soon as he said that, I was like, hold on.
It's
think
not
in
what you
religious-
say, it's how you say it.
religious
fair.
sides, I think a goy, depending on how the context, but I think for the most part, like a Shabbos goy is like a, sort of a savior because like in really religious circles, like on Shabbos, you're not allowed to like turn the lights on, for example. Like, create. It's basically like around like making fire, like doing work.
Mhm.
So you have like it's kind of a loophole where you have the Shabbos goy. It could be a neighbor or a friend who's not Jewish, and you call them out like, "Yo, I need you to like light the stove. Or I need you to like do turn the lights on or something like basically do the things that we can't do." And it's like you save the day kind of thing.
So he's goys for cheating.
Yeah,
He literally
pretty
talks
much.
about that in the stand-up, and I forget how he puts it, but he's like, if you are a goy who gets invited over to your Jewish friend's house, that's a big deal.
Yes.
And he explains that. He's like, because you are the light guy. Like, that's how he kind of explains. He's like, it's part of our religion to not do it, but understand, like, of all the goys, you're the good one.
Yes.
And that's why I was like, is it a slur? Because that's hilarious.
So
but
that was
it's just othering.
That was kind of a joke
not
question.
othering,
So
Yeah.
I think as a group, we'll say goy is our favorite slur.
I guess.
Man, I really, really just wanted to go on my favorite slant eyes rant.
Oh, God.
Did I tell my story of my Dodgers game
No.
experience? Speaking of slurs,
Not on this show, I don't think.
I went to a Dodgers game when I was in LA, and the girl I was with was Jewish, and her friend was also Jewish, and then my friend Mike, who I'm going to his wedding. Anyway, we're there, and I didn't really watch baseball. My cousin and I got us tickets against the Red Sox. I'm like, sick. So we go to the game, and first inning, I'm there. I'm eating some food. I'm hanging out, looking out on the big jumbotron. You just see the next up batter coming up, right?
Yeah.
And its first name is in big letters, last name is kind of in short letters. And it just says Kike. And I'm like,
Oh.
I started looking around. I'm like, yo, what
Oh.
the fuck is this? Like, and I know, I'm like, Mike, like, what the fuck? And then obviously, like, I'm like starting to get upset. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
wasn't
I
a
look-
picture of you.
Well, no, they-
picture of the player.
I know where this
Hey.
is going.
I had gotten like a playbook or whatever, like a free pamphlet where it's like the lineups and shit.
Yeah.
I'm flipping through. I'm like, who the fuck? And it says Kike is the guy's. It's like
Kike
it's supposed to have
Hernandez,
like a little thing on it.
But you don't have it on the
His
screen.
name
Yeah,
is
it just
Enrique
said
Hernandez.
Kike.
It's Kike for short. Yeah.
No picture or anything. It was just like just huge letters, and then like under to the left was his last name. I'm like,
It just
so
looks-
it didn't look like that was the player. I just like, why is that displaying on
Yeah,
the
it
fucking
just looks like
main
it got
screen?
hacked all of a sudden.
as a group,
Yeah.
we've decided that Kike is our favorite slur. Moving on.
Yeah, don't transfer him to New York. Please do not do that.
Yeah, please
They'll
don't.
be very upset.
All right, so I want to hear from you guys. What is the worst date you've ever been on?
Oh wow.
I'll go because there's never been that many. But I will say this one time, my girlfriend from college and I always think that she kind of got drugged. I didn't do it. I don't even know where you get this stuff. But we went to this her favorite restaurant for dinner, and then something kind of happened halfway through. She was just drowsy and just like the date itself was fine, but she was just kind of tired. And I always thought like, did the waiter like try to like, hey, buddy, I got you. I'm all like, please don't do that.
You
But
threw
it's really,
Benadryl in her food?
I don't know. But we did have like a peanut butter like cake, so I don't know if some of that chocolatey peanut butter was actually.
You might have just been dating a
Benadryl.
pre-diabetic.
I was gonna say yeah. If the person was like
Just got
their,
sleepy after some
their
sugar.
blood sugar was too low or whatever.
That's fair.
So I can tell you, not much happened that night.
That's a pretty bad date.
Well, the date itself was fine. It was just that like, yo, did she like get like poisoned or something? People are gonna think I did it.
I'm trying to think of the worst date I've been on. I mean, I've been on some pretty solid dates. I think the worst, I guess, didn't really hit it off type of thing, but it was actually kind of sick. Was my cousins.
Okay,
So like
this is weird.
they're same cousins. no. So my same cousins, they got me the tickets to the Dodgers. They're like my mom's cousins, so they're like older, right, 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
Their friend was in town, and their friend's daughter, I guess, lived in LA. And my cousin Murph was like, "Yo, like, I want to set you up on a blind date." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Blind
like, what's
date
the
in
word?"
LA? That's a party.
She's like, "We got you guys tickets. Like, take her out. She's a nice girl. To this Game of Thrones concert."
oh.
I go, "What?"
Oh, so
and
it's like
I
an
never really
orchestra
watched.
type of deal?
Yeah, I never really watched Game of Thrones. I saw a couple episodes, but I wasn't a big fan, really.
He only went on Orange YouTube to watch the bubes.
I don't know what that is. But long story short,
That's concerning.
I know all about it.
it was at the Forum in Inglewood, like where the Lakers used to
Oh,
play.
yeah.
For him.
That's
And,
legendary.
Yeah, so we go there, and she was very polite, very nice, like kind of like theater girl, little like nerdy, but polite, nice. And we had a good time. Like
It wasn't
we
just
didn't.
me in disguise.
No, we really didn't have you. Honestly, you should have went on this date because you guys probably would have been married by now.
Yeah, right?
We weren't
Um,
friends yet at that time.
But yeah, dude, like I had a good time. We had pretty much nothing in common, so it didn't really obviously go anywhere. But
That
yeah,
was
I'd
just
say
the
that was-
worst one.
I don't know. Usually you're on a date, like you'd think like there'd be a second date, or like you know you're there and you hit it off, or or if you didn't hit it off, at least something interesting happened, which I guess is the case. But that's the first one I could think of that like immediately popped into my head.
My thing is, do we differentiate date or hookup, or are they one and the same?
No,
Yeah.
date.
No, a date's a date where you go out to do
Yeah, I
something.
think if you have if it's like a hookup, that's like
That's a whole
different story.
question.
It's a different
Well, yeah,
story.
but if it's like a date adjacent,
What if the date was just hooking up? Because I think the worst experience I ever had.
I
was-
mean, yeah, I guess you could use that.
A
to
shorty being
replace
like,
it.
"Come
If
through
you
and
have
hang
a better
out."
story for that than you do it for a date, then I guess that's fair.
I'm trying to think of a.
Were you
terrible
also
date.
asked to leave?
No. Actually, I got asked to stay a little too long.
That'll happen.
It was when Tinder had was brand new. I was at college, so this is like 2015. I guess not brand new, but a few years into being
new
a thing.
for you.
New for no, unfortunately not. But I'm at school and I'm like, I'm gonna start hooking up with shorties or whatever, have fun. And I hit up this girl who I thought was on campus. Turned out she just lived in Dartmouth, so that should have been red flag number one. It's not even a student. She's from Dartmouth, New Bedford area.
Local.
Yeah.
And then she hit me up to come over or whatever, and she's like, let's go get food and then come back to my. That's why I consider it a date. It wasn't like we were just hooking up, but that was the plan. Let's
Yeah.
go get food, let's go watch a movie, Netflix and chill.
Oh, so it was a date.
So it was a date, but it wasn't.
They didn't
because-
know what Netflix and chill meant at that time.
So I went to go pick up food
It was all sincere.
and pull up to her house, and I sit outside of her house for 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Can I come in? And she's like, I'm sorry, you just gotta wait till my grandmother goes to sleep, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right. I was like, you could have came to the dorm. And she's like, I don't drive. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm here. It's fine. And then 20 minutes go by, and I'm like, I was honestly on my shit where I'm like, yo, I could just go. We could do this another day. I'm
Yeah.
waiting a long time. And she's like, just come in now. Just come in now. I'll meet you up front. So she goes up front, and I'm bringing the pizza in. And she it's
cold pizza probably now.
cold pizza at this point for sure. And you're looking at the camera.
Just stunting on the camera. Sorry.
She's like, come on in. So I come up to the front steps. The front steps are just littered with trash bags. The whole front porch is just trash
shit.
bags everywhere. And I'm like, okay, this is looking a little hot.
Apartment building or a house?
House.
Okay.
And so she opens the door and you step in, and it's just a hoarder's house. It's just trash all through the floor. And we walk through the front.
Immediately got hard.
Immediately. I was like, this is great. And then we get through. I'm like, what's in this? And we get to the living room, and I look over, and there's her grandmother, double oxygen tanked up.
Nice.
Room is pitch black aside from TV glow. And she's just like, hey, how's it going? It's 12:30. I'm like, you know what I'm about to do to your granddaughter.
Yeah.
Every moment of this is feeling awkward, but I'm like, let me just get to the goal. Let me just get to the goal. So we
Right.
get to her room, get to the goal. She opens the door, and some dude that looks and sounds like Aziz Ansari is sitting in there. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm so glad we get to hang out. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, this is my best friend.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh,
What?
okay. So I came through. I'm like, I brought mad weed. I was trying to be a cool guy. I didn't want to be a dick. So I'm like, we'll smoke. We'll chill, whatever. And he wasn't getting the idea that he's supposed to leave.
Yeah.
So 12:30 went till 3:30 in the morning, and he finally left. And so he finally left, and I was getting to the feeling of I think I want to go too. As he's heading out the door, I was packing up my weed and shit. She's like, you want to stay? And I'm like, all right, if you're gonna ask that, let's finish the
I've
business.
said
Yeah.
enough.
We get into the business. I shit you not even 2 minutes into me, she looks at me. She's like, so what are we? And I was like, done. I left.
Oh. Damn, son.
But yeah, I sat there for 4 hours.
That
in
sounds
a
like a
hoarder's,
fever dream,
in a
dude.
it felt like a fever dream. I sat in a hoarder's house and drove back to my dorm in shame. So that might be the worst date I've ever
that
been on.
sounds terrible, dude. Exciting, but terrible.
All right, I got one. It was a first date, and it was the first date since I had broken up with my high school girlfriend, where I actually was crushing hard on this girl. And
Shout
so,
out to you.
And so I asked her out, and she's like a cosplay girl.
Okay.
And
Did you know this prior or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her at a con
Okay.
at Anime
Okay.
Boston.
All right.
And I got her number, and she was texting me about she didn't have a car. And
They don't usually.
And she was like, I want to go to Kineticon.
You want to go to a con that you can't get to.
I was like, she was like, my friends aren't going, so I can't get there. And I was like, what if we went together?
Did you want to go?
Yeah. And
Well, that's on you.
That's fair.
so I pick her up. She has like bags and bags of stuff, of just cosplay stuff, sewing equipment. She fucking probably had a whole fucking sewing machine in there.
Were you guys gonna like stay over or come right back?
Come right back to her place.
Oh, that's
And-
whack.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, look at the telly.
But no, but she lived
Oh,
out
come
in
on.
Central Mass, so it wasn't that bad.
All right.
Pack landed the.
I'm not gonna dox her, but
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I'll say past Milford.
Okay.
The
Boonies.
Yeah, boonies.
To us, yeah.
Uh,
To us, yeah.
Past Newton's the Boonies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you hit Wellesley, you're in the boonies for me.
There's a whole kingdom of girls.
So you're down
involved.
in Connecticut.
yeah, and
Things are heating up.
yeah, so I'm doing everything she wanted to do. This was right after Attack on Titan came out. So
Yeah.
she was Sasha.
So it was hot and steamy.
And so I'm carrying her bag that's like the size of this table around.
What a gentleman.
Yeah, I was being a gentleman. I paid for a ticket, a way too expensive ticket to get in, and I did everything she wanted to do all day. And then she was like, I feel bad. I want to do something that you wanted to do. And there was a writing workshop panel, and I was like, let's just go to that. And it was great. The guy was awesome. I loved it. She's really enjoying it at first, too. The guy's funny, great writer, fun presentation. Like 15 minutes into it, I feel like she's enjoying it, but then I look over and she's nodded off like fucking.
Falling asleep on the date.
She failed to tell me that she has narcolepsy.
Whoa.
Holy
I was
That's a
just over
huge
here
drop.
Like, what the?
Well, hey now.
Fuck.
Hey now.
Was she
Huge drop.
slumped?
My fault.
Yeah, she
Was
was.
she like just
No.
dozing or was she
no,
like
she was knocked.
caked?
Knocked.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Absolutely zonked.
That conversation afterwards, like, are you bored? And she's just like, no, I have a medical condition. It's awkward.
And
Well,
she
you're gonna
was-
have a physical condition now. Go get a bus.
Damn, son.
Yeah,
Good
she
to
was
know.
already
I
exhausted
ate
too because
seats.
she spent like just like way too much time on building that cosplay. She made all her stuff herself, so she was pulling all nighters to get it ready for the con. And
Was she a narc or was she just
it was a little bit of both.
poor
Like,
planning?
Yeah, right?
like whatever is like
could've slept on the
narcolepsy,
way, that's on
epilepsy.
her.
Like if you don't get enough sleep, then you're more prone to an episode.
Damn.
She should. Sorry. No, I'm going to sound like I'm shitting on her. She should know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking narcoleptic.
You're going on a
I
date.
know my
Warn
body,
me.
baby.
Like what if she knocked on a full stand? That happens to people
At
with
least she wasn't
narcolepsy. They
driving,
faint.
dude.
Did,
So
they don't know
thankfully
how
it
to
happened
drive.
while she was seated.
yeah,
But
right?
I was like, what the fuck?
Did Sean, or did you ever hear the story about
I dated
how-
her for a short period of time, actually.
Oh, well, that's definitely kind of you.
Did
Good
she
guy,
ever
Jimmy.
fall asleep in any like crazy
That was the only
places?
time.
Oh, really?
What if she was just lying about the
It sounds like that was definitely a fucking lie.
She's like, actually, the class just sucked, but I didn't want to make you feel bad.
She was a weird girl.
Did you ever hear the story about how my sister-in-law, Sean and my sister-in-law, like one of their Sherry's first dates?
No.
Dude, so my sister-in-law is super religious. I didn't know if you know this about Sherry, but of course that's why they met. Super religious Portuguese, very God-fearing, her whole family. And we come from an Irish Catholic family, you know.
Which
As a
means we don't have to fear God.
Yeah.
As a Catholic, there's no one more insufferable
Then another Catholic.
than Christians, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she, yeah, no, you could already imagine where this is going. Like she's super. As a Catholic, I forget what exactly. I think she's Protestant too. I don't even think it's the same.
You see,
I might
the
be
monster
wrong.
logo.
The monster, like in the devil laughs. Long story short, his first date to take her on, not knowing anything about each other, their first date was the Lion King musical. Their second date, I
Okay.
should clarify, was the Book of Mormon. And they get up
Nice.
to the point where there's the song. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Am I familiar? Yeah.
Be a man,
Oh, man up?
man up.
Not Hasadiga Ibawai?
No, man up is they got to man up and she's bawling her eyes out. And he looks at her, he's like, why? He's like, this is fucking blasphemy. Like, you're on your second date.
Really? That's blasphemous.
I mean, it's just to make fun of Jesus in the sense. Like, she was so fed up. And, like, now they got 3 kids, which is a great thing. But it's hilarious.
you want to talk
that they-
blasphemy?
Let's talk blasphemy, Antonio. What'd you up to? You said that like you have something to say.
No, I'm just saying that she's infested the world with more of her kind.
Oh, fair.
One can only hope they will see the light being reason.
They're all redheaded. They'll see the light.
Yeah. What else do we
Apparently
have? on
not.
this?
Apparently they got no souls.
What do we
Not
have?
my creed.
Not your green.
No, this is what I've heard.
You want to go to the next question?
I've heard things.
Oh, wait, is he appearing?
No.
Or is he appearing at the end?
Nah.
He's not making an appearance right now?
If someone asks a question, we might.
Oh. Do you have any questions for the president?
Dude, I saw a fucking fake, and well, it had to be AI, but it was like he was talking about the protesters, and he's like, "If you're protesting, we all know it. It means you're gay." It's just like cat's out of the bag. It's out of the bag, folks, and like. Obviously, you know it's fake, but like if you just close your eyes and you listen to like the voice itself, I was like, "Holy shit, that's actually really like spot on personation."
AI has progressed a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
A1
my
is when
favorite
they
one is
call
there's
it.
an Instagram page called He Didn't Say This, and it's making fun of LeBron James for getting caught in lies.
Oh, yeah.
And he tells ridiculous things, and like if you same thing, if you close your eyes, you could believe it's LeBron, but it's like the most ridiculous thing. He's like, I was with King Priam, and we were chopping it up. And I told him that I don't know why the Trojans would gift us a giant wooden horse. It seems mad suspicious, but
Just goes on, yeah.
and he's like, but he loved horses. He wouldn't listen.
That is one of. I want to get into the next subject, but the LeBron lying about things. I don't know if you guys are like all
In the
are you-
barbershop type.
The talking about books. Are you familiar with it, Antonio?
Just books.
Yeah, like he'll there's multiple videos of him like doing a press conference like with reporters after a game or before a
LeBron,
game.
okay.
And he's got a book and they're like, "Hey, tell us about the book you're reading." And he just like opens it and closes it mad times. He's like, "It's kind of about like the struggle, but like he just has never read it." You know what I
have to
mean?
look into it because it just sounds way too familiar.
Dude, our friend
and he said that The Godfather was his favorite movie, and he couldn't quote it.
like which is like the most quotable Mal movie.
The
of
Weather
all.
Man's a good my boy.
Part
Me
was our-
watching the Sunset Boulevard revival.
There's a local brand called Gray Brim Boys that wanted to do 2 video ads. Actually, Gray Brim Boys that wanted to do 2 video ads for these hats. And one of the ones that they did was just parodying LeBron lying in an interview, but instead just lying about Gray Brim Boys. Where he's like, "Yeah, I've been wearing these hats for like a long time." They're like, "When they come out?" And he's like, some years ago." Like, it's just like very funny. Yeah.
One of the first ones I ever saw Jimmy fucking made. It was Trump, and it was like
They don't know who.
He
do they know
goes-
who that is.
he goes
Jimmy from the Q or James?
Jimmy from the Q.
Okay, they
And
should know.
He's like Scooby Doo. He doesn't do like it was. All, I forget the whole thing, but it was just like a whole rant on Scooby Doo, and he sent it to me.
What does Scooby
Hi,
does?
Scooby.
And let me tell you, Fred, you gotta watch out for Fred. I don't think he likes being around Daphne because she looks good.
Yeah, that little like breathe in, if you will, is always a.
I can never
telltale
tell if
sign.
he's breathing in or if he's sucking in his spit.
What kind of weapon would you
Hold on. Why the fuck did it stop? Disc is too slow.
Discus.
Start over.
I threw discus once.
Is it full? Yeah, just ask the question again.
All right. So if you guys were medieval warriors, what kind of weapon would you use?
Does it have to be medieval, or can it be a normal weapon?
Well, gee, it wouldn't be that fun if you could go, double barrel shotgun.
All right,
Way to
fine.
step on
Picture a
my,
gladiator.
way to
Dude.
step on my punchline.
Fine.
Stop.
I'd use a motherfucking flail
Oh, I like
let's
that.
go.
with the fucking stick, chain, and like the spiked ball. That's a flail, right? You just
Yep.
fucking-
I like
Well,
that
it
answer.
was.
Shits are heavy.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I used to watch Other's Warrior on Spike TV, which no longer exists. You had the flail and you have the mace. The flail's stationary and the mace was on the chains.
No, the flail's on the
It's
chain.
the other way around,
mace is
okay.
stationary, yeah.
Oh, well, I was also going to do that, so I'll have to pick something else. So what I'll
barbed wire baseball bat, dude. like,
probably double
fucking-
barrel shotgun.
like Mankind.
I was going to do something kind of like that, where I would probably do the flail as well, but as I would do it, it's swinging around,
Yeah.
and nothing else. I'd swing it around; it would be retractable. So, like, someone's over here, I shall get thee.
I like that.
Swing it
Bring
back
it
this
back.
way, and then there'll be like a little compartment where I can switch it,
You kind of like the.
and it's a sword.
Oh, you kind of like the lady from Kill Bill, but with a sword. You know what I'm talking about?
the-
The fucking-
Swords are
the
fucking
Asian
elementary,
one?
though.
Hey, listen, that wasn't what I was talking about. The flail.
you gotta do
I
a
haven't
scythe.
seen them.
Scythe.
Yes.
A scythe, yeah.
The farm tool, yes.
Yeah, that's the shit that the Grim Reaper be carrying.
What about you,
The
Jimmy?
Grim Reaper, you mean Karl Marx?
If I was a medieval warrior,
We'd have to have like a sir thing.
I
of
would
thing.
probably have an AK-47. You guys are idiots. I got you.
He got his punchline in.
No, I would definitely have a scimitar. I think.
Scimitar?
Yeah.
For those that don't know.
What is a scimitar?
It's a curved sword.
Yep.
Oh.
Often used by pirates or people from the Middle East. I don't know why that's the two I associate. I got you guys all.
Well,
beat.
actually, no. It's a Middle Eastern sword.
It is originally.
A similar pirate sword is what you would call the cutlass.
Yes, it is a cutlass.
Kind
You
of
got
like
me.
a side, but way shorter.
Well,
You can probably get these at Cam, man.
I gotta say, I do have a little bit of I got you guys beat, but it's because I have a little bit of
Time to
prep and plenty of time. Good, like 10 years of time to prep. So one time I did when I used to do Harvard Model Congress, which was
Rub it in again. Rub
Yeah.
it in again.
the Model
this
Congress.
guy's so cool.
The Model Congress run by Harvard, whatever, it's no big deal. But they would land on the weekend of Harvard Day. So they would open the campus up because it was the open house, but they would also just open it to the public. And if you signed up, you were allowed to sit in on like one or two courses. So one year we had the off day at the Model Congress. We signed up for Harvard Day. We went to take a course on gladiators. And the lesson, it was like the day one lesson.
You
So
sat down. They go, just read the book.
they were breaking down the classes of gladiators. So they have sword and shield, they have double sword, they
Yeah.
have spear and shield, and then they get to the last one. There's a guy with a net
Yeah.
and a spear, and so I think that I'm gonna have to go with that every time because that seems like cheat codes. Like, how are you able to just throw a net on somebody? And that's it. It's like also like 1100. Like if I get caught in my blanket, I'm like, fucking get me out of here.
The
So if
sheet,
someone's
dude.
throwing a net
the
on
thing
me,
is, with the net, is they would have little heavy weighted balls.
yes, they did.
And then they would use that to wrap arms and wrap people around
And then just stab you with it. But can you imagine? I started laughing to myself, and to this day, I'm just like, imagine you pull in with like, you're like, I'm gonna run around this guy. So you got a little tiny shield and like a dagger or a short sword, and you're like, he's never gonna catch me. And then you walk in, you're like, fuck, I got the rope guy. I'm lost. I'm done for.
I
saw a
couldn't do that.
video
I'd be
this
tired.
morning. It was this guy. He must have been in Jamaica or Jamaican, but it's him. Like it's a first person. He's like taking the video on his Snapchat, and it's basically just like the back of like those old cannons at like Castle Island or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, me granddad used to bust these things. You bust your head top and just like, bow, bow. And he's just standing behind a cannon. It's like, the shit was mad
I
funny.
love that. Yo, Castle Island.
So before we move on to that, what's your night name? I was a Sir Tony of Wench Thief.
Well, Wench Thief is fire.
Sir Tony of Wench Thief. It's literally the original Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I love that.
Trademark. Sir Tony of Wench Thief.
Tommy the
No, sir?
No, sir.
Madam.
I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger. No title at all. I'm Tommy the Tankard Killer.
Tankard Killer.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I'd be
Sir James.
Sir James, Knight and Squire of Silly Goose Village.
I like that.
There you go, dude. I'd be Sir Shlomo
Of Bowe.
of Bowe of Trap Town, dude.
Oh, Trap Town. I want to go to that village, dude.
You wouldn't end
Is
up
it like-
fucking leaving, dude.
Are they trapping fur or are they trapping that?
No, it's just the painting on a rock.
Just a city full of
Looney
traps,
Tunes.
dude.
I like that.
I thought about booby trap in my house.
Oh, Home Alone.
Speaking of booby traps, that brings me to my next question.
Aha.
I'll go first on this one. The question is, what is your go-to move betwixt the sheets?
Oh,
I forgot about this one.
Mine is definitely beatboxing on the clit. Hit her with a lip.
honestly, I might have to try that next time. That's
Oh
actually a
yeah,
good
definitely
idea.
do it. She'll laugh and come.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's how we save old Tony's reputation. Let's go back to the golden age of SpongeBob.
What's
I'm
that?
ready. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
No, I would do the you took my only food, now I'm gonna starve. You know how SpongeBob was treating that chocolate bar? On his
Teeth, dude.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Some people do like teeth. I don't.
Scrape on the teeth.
Just like a
dude.
little press, like
Oh shit! I lost mine. You just made me lose my whole. That's hilarious.
in my ears.
Oh, I got it. Shlomo, you got one? No.
I'll let you go.
I was gonna
I'll
say-
back clean up.
I know a lot of guys feel a lot of self confidence when they make Shorty fart on it, but I like to fart on Shorty.
Gotta
Hey,
establish
yo,
dominance.
what?
Yeah. You
That's
never
what-
heard about
alright.
the queef? Come on, we know what queefing
Y'all
is.
got
If you
some
hear,
wild
I was
moves.
shocked when I found out about it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean they
I
do
kind of
that?
agree with him on this one because me personally, I hate 69ing, but I love 96'ing. That's where you and your partner simultaneously fart on each other's heads.
it's a lot more intimate.
In their heads, not on, in their heads.
Yeah, that's
Can
actually
you
a
get
joke
pink
I
eye
use
from
on
someone
stage.
farting in your eye?
Of course.
Absolutely,
Of
yeah,
course.
absolutely. Yep, I
Can
know.
someone get a lot of
Share?
pink eye?
No, you fart on the back of each other's heads.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How do you do
96ing.
It's like a
That's
little pat.
96ing. You gotta imagine.
back of the head. Instead of face to genitals, you have back of the
Yeah,
head to
yeah.
butt.
Imagine
I'll
what a
make a note of that
96
for
looks
next time.
like.
So they lay on
versus
their
a
stomach and you
69.
lay
He doesn't
on
get
your
it.
Face
back
up, yeah.
with your head on their butt.
And then you just fart on each other. Yeah, dude.
Just picture the.
I just don't know how you'd balance. That's my only concern.
Push ups. She planks.
I guess
And you
yeah,
go
you
like
do
this.
you do a reverse
Or you could just
plank.
go side to side.
Oh, true.
do sideways.
Side farting. That's hot.
Although, dude, tragic if it's not a fart
That's fair.
in her hair.
That's fair.
Dude.
Wasn't
That
it
is
a couple
actually
nights-
completely
that was a
fair.
couple
Shlomo, that's
nights ago.
disgusting.
That's
Get
it.
your mind out of the gutter.
That's
What do you think this
tragic.
podcast
Yeah, I wasn't talking
is?
about.
All right, Tommy, grow up.
All right.
This is getting way out of
It's
hand.
getting way too blue for even our podcast. It's my fault. Shlomo, so what's yours?
Cans.
Did you know I used to serve in my college university senate?
Oh, really?
Really?
Much like a model Congress. Did you
We-
guys fart on each other?
It felt like it from time to time, yeah.
Wow.
I won't lie. I got to pee, Jimmy. You're hosting this.
I've been hosting this whole time.
You have.
Hi-oh.
Brr, 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 brr.
Well, you know what, Jimmy?
All right,
What we-
Shlomo, what do you got for us? Oh, my bad.
what we get-
Let's see. The go-to
What's
maneuver.
go-to? I'm going to take notes on this one.
Got a
You
few
seem like you
maneuvers.
fuck.
Yeah, definitely freaky over here.
I know what it is. It's obviously looking for things in between the couch. You know, you. This it?
Oh, that's a good one.
Hold on. Mom!
Let's see. Maybe the. It's a nice position. You got all.
Hell yeah.
We did a podcast once, and this guy was pretending to be Gardner Minshew from
This must have been before
Whatever
my
football team
time.
was.
Football.
And they asked him like, "Hey Gardner, like, what's your favorite position?" Right? And he just goes, "Oh, up against the wall." Right? And we start laughing. He just goes, "Her or you?" Like, what the fuck? So yeah, maybe I'll change my answer to up against the wall.
Nice. All right, I had one more question for you guys. I'm going to say fuck it. Let's get into it. I want you guys to help me write a joke, write a bit. I don't know, bounce an idea for a stand-up comedy bit. Sometimes
right.
we work my bits out on this podcast.
I've heard, yes.
So I have this bit I've been working on. So I'm playing basketball, right, with a couple buddies. And
Are they all white?
yes.
They don't play basketball anymore. They lost their jobs.
Has this been in there the whole time?
Yeah,
I just want to show this for the pod.
isn't that sick?
I have never noticed this.
Dude, his hair
Why
is
do you have a
actually
picture of
glow in the
my
dark.
dad?
I'll put it back, but he was staring at me pee.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm gonna just put it back right up
Is
here.
that Jackson's handiwork?
No. Shout out to Anthony Martinez.
Shout out to Anthony Martinez.
So just to clue you in, Tommy, we're working on my stand-up bit.
Okay.
So I'm playing basketball at a park. This is me and a few buddies, and this mom shows up with two little girls, and a couple of people I know, or that I'm balling with, know her. And so they go up and say hi. So it's me and Chris just shooting around, and this little 5-year-old girl comes up to me, and I'm killing all day. Like, my friends I was playing with, they kind of suck at ball. I was shitting on them. I was like crossover, fade away, like reverse, lefty, layup, 3-pointer in the corner, swish. Everything was
Going
falling
off, dude.
Yeah, I was spazzing, right?
Rondo.
And then this 5-year-old girl comes up to me, and she's like, "You're a poopy head."
Devastating.
Devastating. Like,
devastating.
I was like, I hang out with comedians all the time. She should write for some of them. Like, I was
Well,
like,
you know what? She just wants attention.
yeah, I was devastated. I started playing like ass.
Oh,
all in your head.
Yeah, I had
How
a
much did she get to do
visceral
that?
reaction.
She really got in your
Yeah,
head.
I'm like, I had to go back to the free throw line. I'm like T-Rex arming my free throws. They're coming up short. I'm like, I have to get back at her.
She hit you with the Larry Bird level of shit talk, and she wasn't even on the court. That's
She
crazy.
destroyed you, dude.
Gotta be
Sounds
game.
like.
Yeah,
How do you
so-
get back at her?
Yeah, so that's the crux of the bit. I'm like, what is funny? A funny way that I could say on stage, like, I'll back at her. And I go up to her, like, listen here, you little fatherless little fucking.
Yeah, I know. You got to go for the father because women and fathers.
You're a poopy head.
You're the reason why your father's not here, but that's just, it's just too pointed. It's not like where's the joke?
Yeah.
You're a poopy head. You still poop your pants.
Definitely, you could say, you could be like, yeah, and then
Or I
I mean,
hit her.
you could obviously lie and be like, I went from a poopy head to a poopy pants because I literally shit my pants that same day. Or something. You know, like
yeah, you can
just get real serious with it.
I fucking just shit all over the place. Yeah, shit all over the game.
If you want to go contemporary, you should say, really, that's interesting. Do you watch Dora by any chance? And then you try to prove, oh, so do you know hola? Can you say hola? Hola. Can you say como está? Como está? So then I called ICE. And naturally, they just picked her up. It's Plymouth, guys. It's Plymouth. They're all over the place.
It makes sense, yeah. Oh, man. That's pretty good.
Sure, yeah. You say like, oh, she was trying to ice me because that's a big thing with like with basketball where like they call the timeout to like or like football where they call a timeout to ice the kicker type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
put it on
she was
ice.
trying to ice me.
She's trying to put me on
get
ice.
Get in my head. She iced me while I fucking iced her.
Little did she know. You can just do the classic, you just not even make it a real joke. So maybe like, you're a poopy head. So I went home and I cried. Next joke. Don't even do anything. Just like, that's it. Just like, it's not even that funny. I'm like, well, this is what happened.
Actually, that would be
Life's not funny sometimes.
That would be really funny to not even say I went home. Just be like, and then this girl called me a poopy head. So the other week I was, so I fucking go right
snuffed
into the
her.
next joke.
I do.
The other week I was at the bar.
I do a lot of non sequitur, and I don't think that would.
That's too non sequitur.
Yeah,
Gotta
and
put a pin on
it doesn't really. It wouldn't really stand up to some other really funny non sequitur stuff I do on my set.
Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
you were working on a terrible one. You were working on a bit earlier. You were telling about stand-up jokes. Throw one on the pod, dude. Now's the chance.
Oh, yeah. So for those who listen to MMR Talks, no new episodes until the fall. We just literally just did the last one
Bow, bow,
today.
bow. Go
I'm
watch.
trying to think. Let me see if we can. Oh, I know there's some here that we can definitely workshop. Let's see here. Here's one that I like. What was I gonna say? Because we just did. Oh, yeah. So, contemporary. So, I'm a very political person, and I don't think politics is funny,
Mhm.
but making fun of politicians is fair game.
Yep.
So it's tough now because I was just talking to these guys earlier, and I was talking to Jimmy a couple of weeks ago about crowd work, and Shlomo was talking about crowd work, and Jimmy was there too. Other one, we were talking about crowd work, and I go, I've never been the one for crowd work. I think it's an acquired skill, and it's just something that I don't have right now. So one of my favorite things, Shlomo knows, everyone here knows that like you impersonate someone so much that you really take up a bunch of what they do. So people say I do a really good Trump.
You do.
Thank you.
You
I just don't
definitely do.
Thank you. So sometimes, like, I'll just be out and about, and I'll just come up with stuff that, like, oh, like this is totally. The whole trick is, I think Shane nailed the mannerisms, and it's just a matter of having the ability to ramble. Some people just have like, Kamala Harris, more like Kamala
calls
Harris.
it the weave.
The weave? Oh, yeah.
It's like it's not rambling. I weave. I bring it all back. It's like
It is,
what
but
a good way to fucking put it.
I wrote this joke because I remember classic days of the Onion, the old Onion back when in the late, in the early 2010s when it was really funny, because they made a joke about the national debt was a concern back then, and they go, they faked a coup of the United States government, and they just hired some guy who was already in government to be the new dictator of America, so they would pretty much just like play around, be like, to China, Japan, and Great Britain, the United States and all of its debts are over. And they made a whole joke about pretending to be Canada. Sorry?
No, I was a producer note.
Contacts. Anyway, so
listening.
it led me to this. Basically, I don't know what happened, but I said, quote, I have a fantastic plan. No one's ever thought of this plan. What we're going to do, I've been talking about going to war with Mexico for many, many minutes. And what we're going to do, we're going to go into Mexico, and then we are going to, I don't even remember what it was. I'll read to you what it says. Trump's plan to go to war with Mexico and acquires the first 10 miles of the border, disguises it as America. Quote, I got a plan, very sneaky plan, very sneaky. Like a cookie from downstairs, sneaking a cookie from downstairs at 3 a.m. because mom and dad are sleeping because they work 2 jobs because they don't love me. They don't like me very much. They don't spend any time with me, and I'm gonna remember that when I grow up. I say to them, "Why don't you spend time with me?" And my father says, "Because you have diabetes." Because originally it was gonna be, "Oh, you have diabetes because you're sneaking cookies 3 a.m." I go, honestly, no. End it there.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's like nonsense.
So pretty much I would like say, oh, this is what Trump should do. And then here's how he would sell it to America. Doesn't even talk about the fucking plan. Just goes, it's going to be very sneaky, like sneaking a cookie, they call them.
like sneaking, never mind.
Going to the jar. They don't have jars anymore. There was a time where we had jars, but Mr. Hands, Mr. Glass.
Wow, Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass ruined it. I'm not talking. Who was it? Who was Mr. Glass?
Mr. Glass was the guy that stuck
Oh,
the
that was
jar
Samuel L.
in the butt.
Jackson.
Oh, you're talking about Mr. Glass, the movie. I thought you were talking about the guy that stuck a jar up his
No,
butt.
both.
Oh, okay.
They would have somehow coalesced. But I know, fun fact, if we're talking about stand-up, I've always wanted to, back way early days of Mass Music Radio, I thought we were really going to have a meteoric rise, still waiting. And I want to be able to successful enough where I'm like, we're going to do a charity roast of Shlomo Bowe.
Oh.
I can make that happen.
That has been something for...
He's been wanting to roast me for so long.
Oh, I
wanted
could
to
definitely
roast
make it
Shlomo.
happen. I have a venue that we do roasts at.
That's fine.
Because I wanted to roast everybody. I'm trying to think. Because I think I'm
Tony, you might have to be getting roasted.
I know I'm turning 30, so I literally said, like, yo, have a roast. Please do.
You guys,
It would be
have
so
a lot
fun.
of connections, so you guys would have people that would come see
Well,
that,
that's what I was-
right?
not only come see
No.
it, but if you guys could, I'll be for real, not to interrupt, but like if you just booked an MMR roast of either one of you guys, all the homies are gonna want to do it, and all of their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
everybody who knows any
I'd
of you
be
guys is
so
gonna come.
pissed at anyone who roasted me. I would take it so personal and be like, all right, fuck you,
Antonio's
man.
just a target-rich
don't.
environment. The joke that I still laugh at the most was, Antonio, you're so gross. I can only imagine making love to you would be like picking up a load of dirty laundry. Your arms out like this, and it'll be smelly and wet, something like that. We can workshop
That's
that.
actually
Well, I
pretty good.
mean, if you just got to pick who's on your roast. If I was on the roast, I would make you cry. But no, I'm kidding. Roasts are fun. Like
They're out
you're
of love.
underestimating
They're out of
yourself.
love.
It's so funny.
Yeah, they're
We
pretty
did.
fun.
We're doing I've been writing a lot of roasts because I'm doing a roast I'm very excited for in November. The roast of Jeff Rosen, who's a Plymouth legend. He's a musician, a big red guy. So
Big red guy is hilarious because he is.
yeah, he's a big red guy, and
What's his name again?
Jeff Rosen,
I have
and
a friend named Jeff Rosen, too.
and
Same guy.
No, definitely not.
and
Not
so I was so mean to him the other night because he hosts the open mic I go to, and I didn't think I was gonna make it to the mic that night, so I didn't write a set list out or any jokes I wanted to work on. So I was like, I'm just gonna roast everybody, and I was like, Jeff, you look like a Union soldier fought to free the cheesecake. I was roasting everybody, like friends of the pod, Cody and Will formed the band, the Hell Yeahs.
The hell yes.
Shout out to Hell Yeahs. And I was like, look at these gay Scott Pilgrim looking motherfuckers. You should change your name to the Butt Sex Bombs.
I remember. I
was killing everybody. It's
My
fun.
two
It's
favorite-
fun, but you get to, as the roastie, you get to rebuttal and get everybody
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get the last word.
You have to bury everyone.
my two favorite roast jokes I made were about two of our friends from the Heelstorm podcast. I won't name their names, but this one guy, we'll call him John, and I go, John is so short. It's not that he can't find the clitoris; he can't reach it.
I remember that one. That was
That's a good one. That's
and
a
then
good one.
another one was, we'll call him John again. I go, John has broken the trust of more young women. We have a new nickname for him. Galen Maxwell.
Yo, that's fucked.
That is fucked.
He does not want to be roasted. He's all like, I can roast you all, but no one's roasting me.
The producer note was, Jimmy, you sure you have to cut off at that time?
Yeah, I got to get to the train by 8:10.
Okay. 7:30, I guess, is the cutoff for this.
Okay.
Which works.
I mean,
it's been going on long enough now.
Yeah, just the fact is that the next train after that is at,
Way late.
way late.
You can only be at TJ Maxx for so long.
You don't even want to hang out? I see.
I heard a
All
joke
right,
the other
all
day. It's
right,
pretty
all
funny.
right.
Are you serious? Let's hang out.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
He's
we
hot.
can
All right,
end it,
all
but
right,
I
we'll
just didn't
say-
want the 7:30
all right,
cutoff,
we'll
and I want to hang.
Yeah, we'll say, I mean, we probably won't go to 8 anyways, but I'll say 8 o'clock. Hard cutoff.
You got any more questions for the boys?
We do. We actually have like.
Oh yeah, actually, I want to another more topical thing. This is my favorite thing ever. Well, it's not my favorite thing ever because it's kind of sad. But there was I don't know if you heard about the Mets super fan that died. He's famous, super famous among Mets fans.
Did he fall off the balcony?
No, he was just really old. He was 99 years old.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Mets? You said?
What
Yeah.
happened?
He passed. He was 99. He was a World War II veteran. Died of natural causes.
Which side? Choose wisely.
That's up to you guys.
He was in the American Army.
All right.
And he's a Mets super fan, legend. All the Mets Nation loves him.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring him up is because he had the greatest name in the history of humankind.
What is it?
His name was Seymour Wiener.
Yes, sir.
Seymour Wiener.
He
was
might
his
be
name?
the reason
Yeah.
that that's a character.
So it came, it
Wait,
came,
is Seymour Butts a real person?
No, it's the Simpsons.
yeah, that was
Simpsons.
Simpsons. This
Okay,
guy
okay.
is Seymour Wiener.
The one I thought I was literally going. His name was Richard Cox, aka Dickie Cox.
I like that too. That's
So I go
Trademark.
I go into work when it happened. I heard it on the radio on my way to work, and I was like,
Wow,
I got to tell
radio.
my coworkers about this. I'm like, you guys heard about the Seymour Wiener guy? And my foreman is gay. He was like, I see enough, Wiener. I was like, I'm going to call you that from now.
yeah. You're not.
But I was like coming up with I was just like, there's a joke there, and I was like, he was in the Army. Was he Private Wiener? Was he Major Wiener?
Major Wiener.
That's
Just
great.
You go. I found out. Staff sergeant,
Staff sergeant.
corporal.
Colonel.
One of like
Colonel
the
Wiener.
one of like the least glamorous ranks of the military.
He said, "Admirable Wiener." No, Admiral Wiener. Come on, dude.
So rest in peace, Seymour Wiener, absolute legend.
That's a legend. I wanted to get you guys' opinion on the
Not the
Elon,
Mets.
the Elon black eye. I know that's more
I
in
did
news.
it.
You got a black eye.
You
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
see
I saw
that?
Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious to think if there was like a celebrity death match going on in the Oval Office. Like, just what would like a 2025 celebrity death match look like?
Like if we got to pick them.
Yeah, not only if we got to pick them, but like let's take them as a beginning. Elon versus Trump, like the biggest
Here's
beef
the
right
thing,
now.
dude.
Like, what are they doing in
Trump
the celebrity
is
death
top
match
heavy.
wing?
You just got to give them a nice, good, like precious.
Elon's
push.
pretty top heavy too.
No, but do you remember the show too? Like they had these like wild finishers. Was like fucking like Justin Timberlake would pull down like 7 microphones and like throw them through your face or something. Like do like a spin move. Like what would these guys' move be in celebrity deathmatch?
Here's
Well,
the thing,
obviously,
dude.
Elon's would be a rocket would crash on you, and then your health would go
Or
down.
Tesla
Or he could do a
runs you
Hal
over.
karate chop.
And then Trump's would be when he's
Sorry.
karate chop to the neck.
Roman salute.
Roman salute karate chop. That's what they would
He
call
would
it.
throw his child, but the Trump one would be when his health bar's really low. If you just do like triangle, turn the thing upside down, then do triangle, upside down, Illuminati. You just get a crowd of people to run you over at January 6th.
Who was it?
Oh,
was it
that's
Shane
good.
Gillis who was like, Biden was the first president that you could punch assassinate?
Yeah.
Yes, which is still facts. I don't think.
I've been saying because it was a rumor, The Rock should run for president because like if
was
they're
going to.
throwing hands in the White
fucking
Office,
what?
dude, if they're throwing hands in the White House and the Oval Office, you'd think that The Rock would be a great fucking representative.
Bro,
of the
Elon's gonna
country.
have more than a black eye.
He's gonna up in fucking rock bottom, dude.
steel chair on his head. Yeah.
Fucking people's elbow. Fucking cha.
You know how like when you do the
Close for a
classic,
sec.
I'm hosting.
when you do the classic like, oh, what's in here? And you go like, JD Vance would be here, 2 couch cushions, and then Simani would come out.
Oh, do you guys have anything like a straw? I know I should be hosting, but you just did this and it reminded me. Do you have any
No, I
pencil?
don't have a straw.
Pencil.
Pen.
Can you guys do this?
Oh, we're MMR Talks now because they left the stage. No
Can you
kidding.
do this now?
Oh, this?
No. How
That's
am
a
I-
nice pen.
How am I gonna do it?
Oh, so he's saying be careful. Snaps it in half.
You do this, and then you twist it, and I'm fucking up.
Oh, that is a nice pen. Oh,
I don't
this
know.
cap just slips right off.
There was this kid. Do you remember that kid's name? Was it Tony, maybe?
Tony He?
Tony Chestnut.
Yeah, that kid. There was this kid, Tony He, who didn't speak much English. He came to Point Webster, our middle school, in 8th grade,
Yeah.
and he could do some I don't know how he did it, but he'd go
yeah.
like this, and he'd just like spin a fucking pen on his hand,
Can I
like,
try?
Bro, those kids used to make me so mad
He would literally.
out of jealousy.
It's like.
No. It wasn't just the finger. He would fucking do some crazy shit with a pen.
It's pure.
Last one.
No, it was way better than that, dude.
Well, it's not good. That's why I'm trying to see if I can do it.
It was like this. How do you do it? You're
Why don't
supposed
you
to
do it at the camera?
I'm fucking up. How do you do it? You're supposed to have it like this, and then
Like
you do a
this.
twist trick into your fist. Yeah, it's one of those. It's I'm not doing it so well. I'm trying to figure out fun mind tricks because Jimmy's phone went on lock and I forgot all the questions. How we doing, guys?
I got a joke
really
for you.
want to know?
I need a joke. Yeah.
So, I found out recently that big feet means like huge penis.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think it's a misconception. It just so happens that
Well,
Go
here's
ahead.
the thing. If that's the case, why do we call him Bigfoot, not the fat cock monster?
Yeah, you're telling me the first thing people notice about a bare naked ape is his feet? We're calling him Bigfoot?
The fat cock monster.
Yeah, all those
good. That's a
Bigfoot
good one.
sightings should have been dick swing monster.
that's a good one.
That's crazy. I forgot your questions because they or our questions because it locked.
Hit us with a final question, boys. One for the books.
Well, yeah, Shlomo, this is the new watch.
Oh yeah, where the fuck you get that G-Shock, dude?
No, it's not. It's a Tide Graph. I was showing
It
Tommy.
looks like a G-Shock.
I do have another one. My father gave me his.
Tonio all of a sudden just started rocking mad. Fucking.
Mr. Drip over here.
All I
Well-
gotta say is don't get an Irish Rolex.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know what that is?
I'm guessing someone's getting blown up.
No, it's it's an ankle bracelet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, final question, the fun question, if you will.
Yeah, to model you guys' podcast.
It would be like the jubilant inquiry.
Yes.
We have a jubilant inquiry for everybody.
I'll make this one into a two-parter too. If you could have a lifetime supply of something, what would it be? I want you to pick a practical answer and a fun answer.
Okay.
19-year-olds for the fun one. And the other one would probably be...
I thought you were gonna say ass and titties.
Ass and titties.
What do you think the first one was?
I know, that's why I was surprised.
No. Actual one probably be
This is for personal
taco
consumption?
shells.
Taco shells?
You can do a lot of things with them. You know, when Icarly came out, they made that whole thing about spaghetti tacos.
Soft or hard?
I tried one.
You whiffed on that one, dude. Taco shells.
Yeah, that was a big whiff.
What's the next thing?
Is
It
this
better
a-
be something to put in them.
Is this how it feels when people come on our show and they didn't think of anything? All right, then I guess it's 19-year-olds and Ridge's Italian Ice. There you go.
That's great. Those are great answers.
Love Ridge's Italian Ice. Sponsor us.
You can combine them too.
Honestly, that's a great answer.
Slush party.
19, well, you didn't specify the 19-year-olds.
Men.
so-
They'll know. They'll know. Or may they'll never. He'll know.
I don't know what mine would be. I need half a second. You told me this question earlier, and I didn't think a single response to it. So you're gonna.
See? Ridge's Italian Ice.
You might have to
You
go.
want me to
That's
go?
a
Yeah, I want
solid
you to go.
answer.
Love Ridge's
So
Italian
my
Lemon.
fun one would be 16-year-olds.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't say that. No, it was
You
a
have
joke. A practical one would
Everybody
just be
stare.
like gas.
That's the first thing I thought was gasoline.
Well,
That's
that'd
why
be
I
a
asked, like,
super
is it personal
practical one.
consumption or can I sell this
Sell
shit?
it. Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
answer.
No, it's gotta be for personal consumption. But like even still, gas is like maybe the best answer because like if you don't have to pay for gas, like you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But my fun one would probably also be gas, meaning cocaine.
That's fair.
Like at weddings, just.
Here you guys go. Yeah, the flower girl. But it's a different type of flower.
And they're all walking.
A
Whoa,
lifetime
gee.
supply of just pure blow would be actually pretty sick.
That'd be insane. You can do a lot.
I
with
would
that.
die. I wouldn't. It wouldn't
be a
have to
short
be a
lifetime.
lot because
He gets like 6 months in. The genie is like, all right, well, that was fucking easy.
That was crazy.
You're free, Genie.
yeah, the genie's like, what am I gonna do with all this leftover blow?
Well, if we know Robin
He
Williams, it
died
was
in
all for
4
him.
days.
Oh, I'm sorry, Antonio.
I think it's the only two celebrities where they died and I cried, Robin and Carrie.
Oh, fair. Carrie Fisher.
Leia, Princess Leia.
You
Yeah,
cried from her?
A little tiny thing because it was at the in memoriam of the Oscars and she turned the
did cry.
corner. And I'm all like, damn. I'm like, got me a little bit, but I did love the whole, she was on like a Christmas special and they go, what would be someone, It was basically a joke about die on Christmas, and then it cuts to she was there, and then it cuts to her because she did die around Christmas.
Who was it? Betty White that died. Never. The only thing I heard was like, oh, this chick loved her dog and hot dogs or some shit.
Wait, really?
She like refused to film because she didn't want to be away from her dog, and then like it was like her diet consisted of like 12 hot dogs a month or something.
That's my girl.
It was like so specific that it was like that's probably a fact. And
She
that's
coins
hilarious.
them like a
She's putting down
6-year-old.
more dogs than Michael Vick.
No, that's true. That's my girl right
Damn.
there.
What a babe.
I'm still upset that I have the People's Magazine. Betty White turns 100. Nope. She did
Oh
not.
yeah, didn't she die like a few days
right
before her 100th?
She was J1
New Year's
birthday.
Eve, dude.
Yeah,
Right? She died New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
yeah. She was like literally like
99.
like 8 hours.
Well,
till her
okay,
100th
that's
birthday.
enough.
You ever see that clip of her on I don't know if it's Family Values, Martin. It was when it was a black sitcom, but she's like playing like the white neighbor, and they're all like trying this food, and all the whole family tries it, and they like eat it, and like something's not right about that. That ain't right. And someone else eats it, and they go, that ain't right. And then she walks in, she's like, could I try your food? I was curious how it tastes. And then she takes a taste, and she's like, damn, that shit ain't right. It's just like Betty White doing AAV is like
Oh, so a
hilarious.
while ago, okay.
Yeah, it's an old clip. from-
Damn. I can
Yeah, she
I
hits
can
one
hear
of
her
those.
do it.
It was so funny. Just, but to answer the last question, my practical answer is also my funny answer, and it's also the most cliche answer. All I want is a lifetime supply of weed. Please God, help me out. But if I were to be like more practical about it,
Sit in silence.
pre-cooked rice, pre-cooked pork fried rice on a constant, not as in like it's already pre-cooked. I'm saying like I gotta.
Anytime
You just
you
have
want
a
it, it's
box
ready,
and it
yeah.
could appear.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I imagine it when I'm like, you get a lifetime supply of something, you get a container, and you can just choose to like insta magic.
I
Like,
want
Yeah,
some.
I think I would do
And then
some
it's
pork
there.
fried rice because I love pork fried rice, and you could put anything on top of it. So that's my practical, and then my joke one, fleshlights.
What about money?
Not
That was the
beef-
practical one.
not beef boiled orzo.
No, but same difference.
No one else thought that was fun.
Shlomo.
Oh, the opposites are always.
I'll bring
funny.
it home. I would like a lifetime supply of booze,
Fair.
and I'm being as
Nice.
general as I can. That way I can
skunk beer.
finesse it to get all kinds. Because I was
Forever.
like, oh, at first I'm like, lifetime supply of tequila would be sweet.
Yeah, I would go.
But then you
whiskey in
get
that
sick of it.
case.
Yeah, and I was thinking like when I get old, I'm like I'd like to just sit down,
Some
sip
Juan.
some whiskey.
Guinness or something.
But then
or
like,
whiskey.
dude, if we want to have beers with the boys, so I'm like, you know what, lifetime supply of booze, and then it's just
Good
you
answer.
know it's a little
So open the
gray
fridge,
area
it's there.
purposely.
Yeah, you just have a fridge and a bar cart, and you're like, and there's a couple 30 racks in the fridge and a couple bottles on the bar cart that just
Yep.
appear.
And then my I guess practical one would be just money, dude. Lifetime
I
supply
was
of
gonna
bread,
say, I was like, nobody said money yet.
right?
It's like you just like, yeah, you just
Nah,
have
dude.
a
Italian ice.
You could just have a like your wallet. It just like every time you snap, there's like
Every time you open it, there's $1,000 in there.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Sick.
Don't open in the wind, or you'll make someone's day who doesn't deserve it.
Or you could just
I've
reopen
earned
it.
Yeah, just I can give it. Here you go.
That'd be crazy. Just,
Now you would get mauled, and your wallet would get stolen so fast.
that's
dude.
true. But what if it wasn't bound to the wallet? It was
No,
bound to you.
I mean,
That's
if you're
exactly what would
smart about
happen.
it, you could do
Someone
that.
steals the wallet, and now you're just like, and they're like, holy
You
shit, he
just be
does
like,
magic.
Hey, kid, shine my shoes. Like
Joke's on
there's
you,
100.
buddy.
It's in my
Fucking-
hand the whole time.
Yeah, you'd have to definitely have security around.
Yeah.
That would
3
be a problem.
guns.
You just pay for
I would
it.
go into Long John Silver's and make the money fly.
Or just switch booze to guns.
That's a
and then you're
Carter
good.
Deems
Oh,
bar.
that's true too.
Medium
Guns and-
starries
guns
for
and-
everybody.
Guns and butter.
On me.
All right.
I've never been. So.
But yeah, I said blow. I'm more on your side with the booze.
Just something to get
Actually.
wild.
Oh, actually, no. We have it. We actually have the
trio.
trifecta.
Yeah, we don't really need anything more.
Yeah, you got the booze. I got the blow. I got the you got
bud.
The
Y'all can do
And I
what
got
you
the money,
want.
dude. We're fucking cooking.
Y'all can do what
Antonio
you
brings
want.
the taco shells over, and those 19-year-olds.
But we just serve it in
and I
taco
got
shells.
the gas. So we can go to Vegas.
This is a full business. Hold on a second.
Y'all can be illicit, but I'm gonna have so much fun during the Jackbox Games nights because I have unlimited people to play with.
I'm telling you, those 19-year-olds are going to be playing Jackbox all night.
That's true.
Do you know how much fun that would be? And
They
their
would
humor,
love
and
it.
this is like probably 19 right now, so this is like the last of the Gen Z. So we actually might have a little bit of a runoff. Like how Snow White actually has 7. How many diarrheas?
And right. They're 19. And so you get Shlomo to sell them booze. We're making even more money at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Charge a premium,
Exactly.
dude.
What happens when we're done with them? They don't just follow me around like the paparazzi. Do
That's
they
your
just-
wish.
When they turn 20,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
explode.
Were they people who
They're
were
like
dead?
baby ducklings.
Were they? Were they people who were like
they
dead? and
all
only-
try and sleep in your bed with you.
Okay, all right. This is a bit much.
Or when they turn 20, you just call ICE on them and then see you later.
Send them out. Yeah.
Their problem now.
We don't accept 20-year-olds in this household.
We don't take whites.
Who does that? Was this Leonardo DiCaprio type shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
You don't want to be more Leo-like? I'm going to say it on the record. I want to be more Leo-like. Not specifically that, but if that happens to come with it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he dates 25-year-olds, leaving little, like, at least he has plausible deniability when it comes to grooming, whereas, like, these Dane Cook motherfuckers.
Dane Cook.
Oh,
What do you-
careful.
Cook?
Dane Cook?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
At a poker night they were having 4 years prior to that, and ended up marrying Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Crushing Brews.
I always.
But he
Well,
married her?
thank you all for joining us.
Somebody always does.
That's
when we did
crazy.
when we did the St. Patrick's Day special, I'd be like, "All right, guys, are we gonna make this funny?" We're talking about wild stuff.
Oh, well.
And
I
he-
feel like that was a... Any...
Do you guys want to like plug something in your butt or like shout out anything out on the podcast?
Sure. If you like, oh, sorry, I was
Do your promo.
I was
Do
gonna
your
say,
exact
if you
promo.
like this episode of MMR Talks, this is not. So if you actually got to somewhat enjoy and tolerate what Shlomo and I had to say, we have a whole show called MMR Talks. It's on Mass Music Radio, streaming wherever you find your favorite podcast. We just dropped episode 90 today when we taped this episode. So
Yes, sir.
So go. We have a whole summer to watch 100 plus episodes and specials to be all caught up for the fall. And then you can see when Tommy first joined. You want to hear a fun fact about that? I thought me and Tommy's relationship was over.
I know. I
Years
felt
ago,
so
years
bad.
ago. Especially because I'm always like, oh, we gotta invite Tommy to the Christmas special. Oh, and like we got to be like say 3:00, and then Tommy, you on your way? Yeah, I just woke up. I just got some errands. I go, he ain't coming.
Yeah, I was not so reliable for a while. Still working on that.
He made up for it now. Favorite episodes that I like. I had to send this over to Jake Liberty, R.I.P. Shout out.
Shout out.
Let's see. Streaming Wars. Let's see. Comedy's a good one. What's another one that I like? I like the the one with No Topic with Mike Lamb. That was a good one. And I don't know why the lottery one keeps pointing out because of the whole lottery critic joke that we did. There's a website that was all like reasons why you wouldn't want to win the lottery, and Sean was like, "Yeah, of course, it's from a website called LotteryCritic.com."
Wait, quick interjection. Did a quick dive on my boy Dane Cook.
Oh yeah.
Shorty is 27, born in 98. They met in 2017 at a poker night, correctly. But at 2017, born in 98, she was 19?
Yeah.
Is that right?
But also
Okay,
in
so people-
2017, Dane Cook is like 40.
They have a 26-year age gap.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. It is definitely an interesting age gap. Damn near 30 years is kind of crazy.
But, yeah, 18, I was like, there's no way that's fucked. But it's still definitely fucked, but I wanted to double check.
We just wanted to fact check all that.
Yeah, that's something I read on Reddit. They were complaining saying that she was like a little girl on Reddit. So
Somebody
I
recently was
should've
telling me
fact-checked
about
that.
Bill Belichick's shorty.
A friend of mine is
50
actually
years younger.
That's a crazy gap.
A friend of mine is Dane Cook's cousin. Oh, you met Tex, right? Dr. Tex?
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Tex is Dane Cook's cousin. And every time I see Dr.
close?
Tex, he's hammered. Not really. He's told me stories about like Dane Cook coming over his house growing up, but they were never really close to the point where Dane Cook got famous and didn't even recognize him when he went to his show, and then ended up getting flipped out at by his mom for being mean to him.
Yeah.
But Dr. Tex, every time he's like, I'm Dane Cook's cousin, right? Because I'm the comedian guy to him, and I'm like, yeah, I know, Dr. Tex.
Maybe she got lucky and he can't get hard anymore.
So I actually heard a crazy rumor about the Belichick thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it's are we still potting?
We are.
Yeah.
All right,
we're
so,
supposed to hear,
home.
we're supposed to hear something about the battleship
so
set, but go ahead.
she was a cheerleader,
Was, yes.
And they were saying that they met because he was interviewing the cheerleaders personally so he could find ones to
Sick.
spy on the other teams.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wait, he was on.
Good old Bill.
Bro, Bill really. You're not. Here's the thing. You're either beating the Creepgate allegations or you're beating the Deflategate, Cheatgate allegations. And he full on was like,
Dude, he put microphones in the pom-poms
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he goes next level to
Let's
win,
listen.
dude.
that's crazy.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess.
All right, you got any plugs? Oh,
I could plug some stuff.
Plug
Oh,
something,
shit, I'm
Shlomo.
sorry. I thought-
Antonio did a
Sure,
plug.
sure,
Shlomo, you
sure.
first.
If you go to massmusicradio.com, we have all kinds of goodies on there. If you go to our YouTube page,
Oh,
we just dropped a Battleship set.
Yes.
DJ set. It's fucking
oh,
sick.
it's sick.
Check it out.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, go to the website, go to our YouTube, go to our Instagram, and follow the boys. We got a lot of good stuff cooking. Thank you guys for having us too. This
No,
was fun.
thank you guys for
About
doing
time.
it.
I
know,
thought I
it's
was doing a
overdue.
good job hosting, and then I just fucked it up right there.
No, you didn't. You did a great job hosting. I
fuck.
thank you guys for like being on here because I know we're not so great at hosting. We've been on here a bunch of times, but I think that was fun. Definitely though, I'm gonna say crushing brews wise. Go check out the set. Go check out the MMR talks. Obviously, there's episodes on here, but like each of these episodes we've been recording for MMR talks. He's been working on the edit, so there's a lot of content between the podcast and the video to watch that Crushing Brews definitely endorses and
Hell yeah.
shit like that. As for me,
Tommy, what was your favorite episode you were on so they could listen to you?
I really love the live streams. I'm not going to lie, but I think
Yeah.
that's just because they're so candid. But out of the episodes, I think the first one that Jimmy was on was the most fun because we were just riffing
Yeah.
for a minute.
Originality, yeah.
Originality was fun.
Sorry,
check that out.
Adam.
Shout out to Adam too, though.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. He did two though. on
Adam's
one.
our missing co-host.
Yeah.
He left us.
Yeah,
He's still on tour.
he's been on
Bumsville?
perma tour. I don't even know. Shout out to Adam. We'll get him back on here.
Gay.
But yeah, that's my
Sorry, I shouldn't say that on
my
Pride Month.
No,
recommendations.
it's Pride Month. It's okay. Enjoy it while you can. This is going to be the last Juneteenth that we're ever going to have.
Ever.
No, you don't. They'll do it if they'll replace it. We're actually going to celebrate Whiteout Day. Everyone gets a free Mountain Dew Whiteout. You just got to pay for it.
A free one that you got to pay for. So yeah, that's my recommendations. Is honestly just go check out the guests that we have, and then I got shows this summer, but fuck it, I'm gonna be posting on it. If you've been listening to
But
this, you
fuck
know.
Fuck it.
I don't know when this episode's coming
Pride
out, but
Month,
Jimmy, you going to be
fuck
live
it
anywhere?
cans.
Yeah, Jimmy.
All right, yeah. So I got a couple of plugs.
we're gonna
Let's
give it
go,
a 7-day notice. I should be up within that.
So catch me live at the Amherst Public House in Amherst, Massachusetts on July 25th. I'm going on the road. And follow me at Jimmy the Goose on Instagram, and follow Paperback Comedy on all platforms, and Inebriart. Those are the companies that discovered me.
Hell yeah, man.
He just reminded me.
6 on Instagram.
He just reminded me last minute too, because I wasn't even thinking about July. I do have. We'll probably do another pod in the meantime, but just to get it out there early, we got shows at the end of the month. I'm doing Connecticut in the Webster, and then
Nice.
I'm doing a
AnimeCon,
show, AnimeCon. I'm doing that, and then I'm doing another one
out.
at Cantab the 29th, 28th with This is the first announcement. We haven't even posted anything, so that's why I'm gonna do it now. Lolo Darko, TT, Vivian, and 20 Tabs.
Nice.
Come check that out too. But yeah, thank you guys.
If anybody
so
sees
much.
me in
Yes,
New York City
sir.
late August, please don't come up to me. I'll
Don't-
already be very much on edge.
He's gonna be in the zone.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded.
Thank you very much for having us.
No, thank you guys for coming
Anytime
on. For sure.
within reason.
No,
Yeah.
you guys are never coming back on ever again. No.
And
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
gonna kiss you
disagree.
guys so
Sooner
hard,
than
bro.
later. Especially since we got these reps in now. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
have a good night, and cans.
Yeah, kiss the homies.
Kiss the
Cans.
homies.
Cheers.
fellas.
Cheers.